I don't feel like whispering today. I got some fucking shit to say. I don't feel like whispering today. I got some shit to say. What's crack-a-lacky, y'all? I sat down fully prepared to record an ASMR video. Check out my channel, Introvert ASMR, if you haven't already. It's just a nice, quiet, cozy, safe space for people that need to recharge their energy. You know what I'm saying? If you get me, you get me. Okay? And I was gonna do, a nice, quiet, whispered video, but lately, I gotta talk. I gotta project. My voice. And yeah, y'all, I think today I want to get into a question that I've been pondering. I've been pondering it up here, but I think we need to sit down and we need to write it down. I think we need to journal. Okay, so first things first, grab you some paper, okay? Because here on this channel, we take action, okay? We reflect on paper in real time. So join me, okay? This is a ritual for you and I to really unpack some hidden things, okay? Tomorrow is the new moon in Scorpio, and Scorpio is the sign of hidden power. When I think Scorpio, I just think emo, very moody, and not in a negative way. Just Scorpios deal with the depths of the emotions and the feelings and the hidden aspect of things. And I'm a Taurus sun, and Scorpio is the opposite of Taurus. So anytime I meet a Scorpio, I know it's because I have some emotional unpacking, some emotional shadow work to do. I swear, every time I meet a Scorpio, that's what ends up happening. And the Scorpio new moon, so like I said, Scorpio, hidden power, think authenticity, think your deepest, darkest fears, your deepest, darkest desires and emotions. Even sexually, Scorpio rules the reproductive organs and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, just everything deep down, everything hidden, the things we fear, the things we feel ashamed about, the things we feel guilty about. Scorpio wants to unpack that, wants to shine a light on that. And so let's do it. New moon energy is all about inviting newness in, thinking about intentions you want to set. Full moons are for clearing, to prepare for the new stuff. You know what I'm saying? And so for me personally, when I think of Scorpio energy, when I think of the depths of me, I am an Aries moon, 8th house, okay? I'm very intense when it comes to emotions. I'm either super chill, I'm super calm, or I'm on 1,000, okay? There's really no in between. I'm just a very passionate person. I feel very deeply. Growing up, that was considered a bad thing. I was always very sensitive, very emotional, But now I understand that navigating my emotions, understanding feelings, understanding the body, sensations, all of this stuff, it's my superpower. It really is my superpower. And a big thing I struggle with is accepting the passion, accepting the intensity that I bring, and not giving it a negative connotation. I've been labeled as angry, I've been labeled as too much, I've been labeled as emotional and sensitive, and why are you thinking so much? Why are you feeling so much? And it's because that's what we're here to do, fool. Duh. You know what I'm saying? And so being surrounded by very emotionally unintelligent people a lot of my life, I feel was done purposely, because it's made me this very intense, sensitive, emotional person that's very tapped in, and I'm grateful. So if that's you, hey, I'm here with you, okay? There's nothing wrong with it, okay? It's beautiful. It's beautiful. But the question that I want us to unpack for this Scorpio new moon it's a doozy, okay? Let me read it to you. What truth? Now we're digging deep, okay? So when I ask you this question, I want you to even close your eyes, put your hand to your heart, Because the body knows. The mind is going to tell you what you should do, what you could do, what somebody in your situation would do. But what do you want to do for real? What do you feel deep down in your body when you think about certain scenarios, certain situations? Which of those gives you a visceral, like, body reaction? Like, ooh, I like the sound of that. You know what I'm saying? So let's think about it. What truth about our desires, gifts, and power do we see and sense deep down, but we don't feel safe to fully claim, whether we're claiming it publicly or just to ourselves? What truth about our desires, our gifts, our abilities, our hidden power, what do we feel is under the surface deep down that we are just like, ooh, if I talk about this, if I share this, if I really commit to this, oh man, it's going to be really uncomfortable. It's going to be unsafe. Like, what's that thing? We all have that thing. Let's really think about that. And like I said, I feel like we should just together right now, let's close our eyes. Let's put our hand to our heart. I want you to take a couple of deep breaths in through the nose. Fill up your belly with air like a balloon. Maybe hold your breath for a couple of seconds. And then breathe out nice and slow. And I want you to just rest in this stillness and in this silence. And I want you to just reflect on what is coming up for you in your body right now when you think about your true desires, your true gifts, the stuff that you hide away, the stuff that you're too afraid to share because you think it's weird or it's corny or it's impossible. Hold that image in your mind right now, and I want you to turn your attention to your body. Where in your body are you feeling anything? Whether it's discomfort or even like good feelings. Where in your body do you feel it? Is it your stomach? Is it your chest? Let's just see. Make sure you continue to breathe. For me, I feel a bit of discomfort in my stomach when I think about my true desires and my gifts. My stomach starts to hurt a little bit. I think that's because I'm afraid of how successful I could actually be and how much responsibility that would bring. Not in a bad way, but in a way that almost makes you feel like an imposter a little bit. Now I notice it in my stomach, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to intentionally breathe into my stomach. I'm going to belly breathe. And I'm going to pretend that with each breath, it's almost like a mop or like a broom. I'm just cleaning up any of those sensations that I feel. I'm just sitting with it and allowing my breath to do its job. You're doing so well. Keep breathing. All right. Yes. Let's open up the eyes. Now, on this paper, I'm just going to jot down everything that I'm feeling and thinking and just everything that's come up, and I'm just going to free write. Doesn't even have to be a sentence. We're just going to write words and just whatever. Okay? What truth about our desires, gifts, and power do we sense deep down but we don't feel safe to fully claim? Damn, that's a good question. Alright. Let's jot a couple of things down. I love how once you slow down and take a couple of breaths, it's like everything just comes out of you. Like, it's so much easier to reflect. Boom. Couple of things I wrote down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different thoughts and ideas, and I don't mind sharing. Let's get into it. Why not? So, for me personally, as somebody that has a background in meditation and mindfulness, specifically seated styles, I feel like my identity is like tied to being calm, to being very, quiet, very agreeable, very like, love and peace, and just, we don't shake the table too much. We're just very accepting and let's breathe it out, and that's a beautiful way to be. But deep down inside of me, like I said, I'm an Aries moon, baby. There's a passion. There's a fire. There's not even a desire, but a knowing that I'm supposed to lead. And there are multiple ideas that I have about how to lead. And I know that my voice is a particular thing that I'm supposed to use in this lifetime to help lead. And like my struggles with like sometimes smoking weed or, drink a little too much wine when I'm sad, like, it's interesting when you really reflect on your vices and the stuff that you turn to when you feel down, like down, and how it directly correlates to your gifts and the things that you're supposed to do. And even growing up introverted and a little more quiet and shy into myself, like people swear because you have that personality that you're not confident, that you can't lead, that you can't hold your own. But I would argue I'd rather learn and be led by an introvert, only because there's a certain level of observation and attention to detail and like a big picture bird's eye view that you have, and just a picky like sincerity to everything that I admire. It took me a while to understand that about myself and to love that about myself. But I think a big hidden truth and a desire that I have is to really step into that fully and like commit to being who I know I am. But for some reason I feel like I gotta be humble. For some reason I feel like there's this voice in my head that's like, girl, sit down. And I honestly think somewhere in my life somebody said that to me, and it's just stuck, because I'm like, where is this coming from? Like, but leading and serving people as my job through mindfulness, specifically lately somatic mindfulness. Somatic means it deals with the body. A lot of healing, mental health, literally it's in the word mental. It's all up here. We're doing a lot of unpacking of our thoughts and our beliefs. That's great. It works. I did that for 4 or 5 years. Totally changed my personality. 180. It's amazing. But thinking through everything does nothing for the emotion. It does nothing for the feeling. And I would argue that the feeling is what's creating the thought that's giving you anguish. And that's the loop. We're addressing the thought when it's the feeling that's stuck in our body that needs to be addressed. So I'm all about the body lately. I love music. I love to dance. And I've been using dance and movement as my mindfulness practice. I've literally been teaching this. And it's been so interesting and so encouraging to see the reaction, not only in myself, but in the people that I teach. Because who doesn't love music? Who doesn't love to dance? I know we don't dance anymore today because we're too cool, but when you're in the car by yourself, when you're at home by yourself, when you're watching that music video, I know you're dancing. Everybody dances. So just accept it, okay? But using it to heal, using it to like actually get emotion out of the body, to express some shit, like, yo, that's been my thing lately. And I know in my heart, not only is that the future of healing, more body focused, less up here, but I know for a fact that this is something that I can do for a living. But there's something in my actions that keeps me like humble. You know what I'm saying? We're over it. We're done. Being humble gets you nowhere. Being humble gets you nowhere. It keeps you where you are, and it keeps you feeling small. We're not small. We feel small because we're in this body with this skin, and we feel so condensed, but baby, we're huge. We are huge. We are so expansive, and we can't even see it because we're limited by our senses, right? So yes, dance as my job, traveling freely, not sitting at a desk at a fucking corporate job. I'm gonna make a whole video about what I've learned being an introverted black woman working in corporate America. Oh my god. I'm gonna make a separate video about that because you need a special kind of resilience, a special kind of, I don't even know, y'all. The second I stepped in a corporate office, I just knew it wasn't for me. And that's no shade. You know what I'm saying? I like the benefits. I like the structure sometimes. I like the people that I've met here and there. But there's something about gray carpet, fluorescent lighting, fucking just working on unnecessary, unimportant things 8 hours a day, a third of your life, that just makes me want to fucking throw up. Like, seriously. Again, no shade. If that's what you do and you enjoy it, I love meeting people that enjoy what they do. If you enjoy it, keep doing it. Baby, a corporate office is not for me, okay? I can literally feel my aura as soon as I walk in the building. It's crazy. We're gonna talk about that separately, but I don't have to sit at a desk to make money. Lord, y'all, I gotta wrap it up. I'm running out of storage on my phone. I just wanted to put the battery in your back real quick and let you know, no desire, no gift, no sense of you is too much. Unleash that shit. I'm done playing with myself and with you. Okay? I'll put the prompt on the screen. Take some time to reflect. Happy Scorpio new moon. Take some time for you. Disconnect. Dive into the depths of who you are. Okay? And have a blessed one.